Hello, my name is Ed Huck with Keller Williams Realty and the Ed Huck team, and I'm here to give you your July real estate market update. So let's dive into this. As a lot of you know, I've been doing this. We were doing it weekly, and then we've moved back to doing it monthly. So let's dive into some of the stats. So the big question we keep getting asked is the real estate market cooling off? We're going to dive into that and answer that by the end of this. So let's look at mortgage rates. Mortgage interest rates are still very, very low. They're actually lower than they were last month. So the average 30-year fixed rate mortgage is at 2.88%. You can see we did tick up in February to over 3, about 3.2 or thereabouts. And now we've ticked right back down. So great interest rates. So that obviously helps drive real estate sales. Unemployment in Ohio is still pretty steady. We're at about 4.7 in in April. In May, we were at 5%. They're projecting about 5.2 for June. If you really can zoom in on there, you can see this is COVID. Before COVID, we were averaging at about right about 4%, 4.1, 4.2. Then obviously during COVID, that ramped up to 16, 15, and it slowly started to kind of go back down. The great news is though, in Northeastern Ohio for sure, unemployment is back to almost exactly where it was pre-COVID. So that actually helps drive real estate sales. A lot of people have been asking us what is also, or I guess, how do we word this the right way? I guess another huge reason for this seller's market that we're currently in and everybody knows about is the lack of new construction. So we looked at this graph last year, but last month, but I just wanted to show it again. I highlighted the years of the Great Recession. So here, I'm going to blow this up bigger so maybe you guys can see it a little better. Before 2008, nationally, we were building about 1.3, 1.4, here even one year we did 1.9 million new homes. And then the Great Recession happened and all the builders stopped building houses. Not entirely, but obviously you can see here what really happened. And if you look over here on this side, the Midwest for single family units, we were averaging in this 200,000 units per year, and it went down to 90,000, 81,000, 75,000. So the problem is nobody stopped having babies, but we stopped building houses. This also happened on the rental side too. So there's very few homes to rent, and there's a lot less inventory out there, or as part of the demand for the inventory is that we just have not been able to keep up with the demand for housing because we stopped building it for such a long time. So this is a huge part of this story that you don't hear that much in the news that is actually driving the lack of inventory that we're currently seeing. Let's do the trend graphic reports. Those came up from last month. I'm gonna blow these up too so you can see them a little better here. So when you look at average for sale and solds, and pendings and new listings. So light green is number of homes for sale, dark green is sold, red line is the month they went under contract or pending, and the blue is the new listings. You can see here that new listings for June actually was about the same as it was last year. You can see the little blurb here in March and February of 2020. That's when COVID really kind of took hold. Not a lot of new listings did not happen because of that. And then we kind of made up for it come the summer. This is no surprise here for the new listings though. Red under contracts is a record. So if we go down here, you can see red is pending. So it's up 8.2% from the previous 12-month. I like to look at this the most because this gives us a nice 12-month running average. So homes under contract are up 8%. Transfers are up almost 11%. New listings is up 2.5%. The number of available homes currently to purchase is down 21%. We're going to dive more into that in a second. And then this is year to date. You can see we're about 12% off year to date from where we were against 2020. But again, COVID was kind of obviously an anomaly, kind of crazy year. So new listings up 2.5%. And you can see the rest of those numbers. Solds are up 2.9% year to date versus last year. Days on market. We love looking at this graph because this kind of show you this is really what's going on. So when we go back here and look at, let's go back to that for a second. The number of transfers. So many people will say, oh my gosh, there's not enough homes, available. They're available. They're just selling quicker than they've ever sold before. So it feels like there's nothing for sale. The transfers, when you look at the data, again, are actually up. So the number of solds from the previous year to date is up 3%. The number of transfers against the previous 12 months is up almost 11%. So we're selling way more homes than we were before. They're just selling so fast that it feels like there's nothing on the market. We get that all the time. That, there's nothing to buy. Yes, there is. You just have got to be Johnny on the spot. And as soon as something comes up, you've got to get into it. And that's what this days on market shows, is that how fast they're selling. So they're selling 36% faster than they were than the previous 12 months. So that's what that shows there. That's something we really keep our eye on. Average price is ticked up about 12% over the previous 12 months. This is for pretty much all of Western Cuyahoga County and Eastern Lorain County and Northern Medina County. If you guys want specific data, I'm more than happy to dive into that for you as well. Month's worth of inventory. This shows us what we like to talk about is buyer's market and seller's market. Anything under 3 months worth of inventory is considered a seller's market. We've been in a strong seller's market for the last couple of years. It's been very, very strong since the beginning of this year. And this shows that for June, it's been flat though. So it hasn't gotten any hotter, hasn't gotten any cooler either. So for February, March, April, May, and June, we've been hovering right at about this 0.7 months worth of inventory. What that means is if we had 10 new listings, it takes 3 weeks to get rid of those 10 new listings. So that's how long it's taking to absorb that new inventory. So let's go back into our rest of our PowerPoint here. So takeaways, still a strong seller's market. Homes have appreciated about 12% in the last 12 months. Again, this is something we didn't talk about yet, and this is something I can't prove in the stats other than we have meetings every week, actually 2 of them on our team. And a huge advantage we have over other agents is we have all our agents are full-time, and we come in and we share what's going on. And we're starting to get the feeling that things are slowing down this month. Sometimes it happens this time of year anyway, but we'll be able to tell you in about 30 days whether we're right or not. But we are starting to see homes are selling quickly still, but instead of having 12 or 14 multiple offers on a listing, we're only getting 2 or 3 multiple offers. So that's one sign. And then some listings are actually taking a few weeks to sell. So if they come on the market, they're not flying off the shelf that very same day. They might be sitting around for 2 or 3 weeks, which it's crazy to think about that that's a problem, but this could be a sign of things to come, that we might be just starting to cool off. Again, we don't have another 2 or 3 weeks, I'll be able to show you the data and see if that's true. And again, the big point I always want to make sure everybody understands is there are homes to sell. There are available homes, and they're just selling so quickly, it feels like there's nothing for sale. So if you're sitting on the sidelines, not wanting to list your house because you don't see anything, you need to make sure you've got a great agent that is constantly sifting the market for those homes that are hitting and alerting you the minute they hit the market, because that's when you need to jump on them. because again, we looked at the stats and it shows our number of homes are up. The number of homes sold are up on a year-over-year basis. So they are selling. They're just selling really quickly. If you have any specific questions, please reach out to your favorite Ed Huch Team Realtor. They'll be happy to get you all of this data specifically for your neighborhood and for your house so that you guys can make an informed decision. So make it a great week and look for our big contest. Ed Huch Team turns 20 years old this year. And this Friday from 9 to 4, we're going to be giving away 3 big, huge, amazing packages. So check us out on Facebook. Go to our edhuchteam.com website and find out more about that. So make it a great day.